sorry for the late. Can you tell me, can you hear me? Yes. So, we will... خلاص والله غير اللي كنت تسمعوا فيه. اوكي، قبل ما نبداو برك نقول لكم الحصص تاع التيدي تاعكم وقتاش نديروهم باش ديروا في حسابكم. كاين 3 جروبس عندهم غدوه بالحد، وكاين جروب عنده بالخميس بيسك ما لقيتش حصه واللي عندهم بالحد. دوك نقول لكم اوكي. عندنا اندستريال نهار الحد على 8، الفوندا نهار الحد على 9، والإيا نهار الحد على 11، الآثر نهار الخميس على 9.
ميس حنا جماعة الاندستريال تقدريش ديريها لنا باثنين على 8؟
نو، نهار الحد على 8 عندكم فارغ
حتى نهار 2.
هي بصح نهار الحد عندكم فارغ، أنا يساعدني الحد. واش نديرو؟
خلاص اللي ما يقدرش يحضر ويعاود معك اشكرو
ان شاء الله. بس كاين الحد على 8 لحد من الصباح كامل، من 8 حتى 12:50. والحضوري باينه حضوري غدوه تقراو. يس
ثانك يو.
يس يا رافع صباح شكون سار هذاك واش لقيت؟ ما عندكمش وقت واحد اخر فارغ؟ مانيش حابه نديرها العشيه، ماذا بيا نديرها الصباح. يس عاد 9 سار نهار الخميس عاد 9. سار ما كانش نهار ابار الخميس. العشيه نو، العشيه ما كانش. على 8 خاطر ما كانش وقت واحد اخر. اوكي can we start? الخميس نو، الخميس سار على 9 ماشي على 8.
هذيك اندستريال سدا اللي قالت لك نهار الخميس على 11.
نو نهار الحد على 8. الحضور اجباري بيسك سيدي. صار عندهم تيدي البريز الجروب فيه 4 عندهم تيدي هاد السمستر. كاش سؤال واحد اخر؟ صار ما عندهم والو بالخميس نروحوا ديالنا بلا 4. من فضلك اذا تقدري تشوفيه في وقت اخر. ما كانش وقت اخر، والخميس جاب لي ربي راه محسوب مع ايامات الدراسه. اذا ما غلطش ماهوش محسوب ويكاند. يوم الاثنين وشنو لي يوم الاثنين؟ وش كاين يوم الاثنين لينا؟ تاع الآثار وقتاش عندكم الخميس الاثنين عندكم وقتاش عندكم حصة صباح ولا عشية؟ العشية تبس كامل امبوسيبل. اثنين عندكم صباح ولا عشية؟ إذا عندكم حصة صباح أوكي شو الخميس الوحيد اللي عندكم فيه حصة صباح، هذا على درت لكم الخميس صباح. Let's start. Last time we stopped at repeat what you are told when you don't understand. Okay, we will finish. Ask clarifying questions. I don't know if I can share the screen with you. Just wait for me.
بارطاجينا لو كور او موان باش نفهمو باش نقدروا نتبعوا معاه.
I'm trying to. Just wait. Can you see? Can you see something?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, the fifth point we said ask clarifying questions. The problem, as you are seeing, you just don't understand what you are being told. It's the same problem as the last time. When you don't understand what you are being told, we have the solution. Sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes you don't understand enough information to be able to repeat. Other times you feel like you only understand something partially. In this case, you can ask questions that will clarify or clear up any misunderstandings or any information you are missing. Okay? Sometimes you don't understand anything to repeat, because the last time we said if you don't understand something, just repeat it or repeat what the other person told you, and he will understand that you didn't understand, and he will repeat. But sometimes you don't understand anything. You can't repeat something you don't understand. Okay, what do? You ask clarifying questions. Like we have here, sometimes you don't understand enough information to be able to repeat. Other times you feel like you only understand something partly, which means you understand half of what you have been told. In these cases, you can ask questions that will clarify, okay? Just ask him about the part you didn't understand, so that he will not repeat all what he was saying. The person you are talking to will not repeat all what he said, because you understood something, not you didn't miss everything. Okay, you have just a part of his speech that you didn't understand. In this case, you have to ask clarifying questions that will clarify any misunderstandings or any information you are missing. Try it yourself. The type of questions you will ask will vary based on the conversation you are having. Okay, you can still practice asking good questions with a partner by playing games like 20 questions. To play, your partner thinks of a person, place, or thing. You have to figure out what they are thinking about by asking yes or no questions, like a list, like is it leaving thing, or does it like taking naps in sunny spots? If the answer to both is yes, maybe it's a cat. Okay, this is an example. Can you make this full screen? Wait. If I share it in a full screen, okay. If I share it in a full screen, I will not be able to read your messages, Lina. So, to conclude or to summarize this point, we said that if you don't understand a part, or if you don't understand anything from someone's speech, what he is saying to you, you don't have always to repeat what he is saying, especially if you understood a part and you didn't understood the part, or if you didn't understand anything from his speech. Okay, in this case you will ask questions in order to have a clear idea about what he's saying. If you want to practice asking questions, okay, if someone will ask what type of questions you will ask, so as we have here, the questions will be depends on sorry. Okay, the questions I said would be dependent on the conversation, on the thing you are talking about. Okay. If you want to practice, you have a game which is called 20 questions. You practice it with your friends or classmates. You ask him. Okay, someone of you will think about something. The other will ask him questions till he will get the thing the other person he's talking about. All those tips and games, we will practice them in our sessions here. The next point is watch your body language. Do you know what do we mean by body language? Body language is one of the most important elements in conversations, okay? Body language is one of the most important elements, okay? It's as important as the spoken language, okay? The problem here is that you're saying one thing, but your body is saying something different. The solution, you might not know this, but your body speaks almost as loudly as you. As I was saying, as zoom the document, you can see. Can you see now? Is it clear? Okay. We said that the body language is as important as the spoken language. Your body speaks almost as loudly as you when you are talking, or even when you are not. For example, me now, when I'm talking to you, even though you are not seeing me or I don't have anyone with me here, but I'm using the body language. I'm using my hands, I'm using like moving and so on, okay? This is called body language. The way you sit, the way you hold your hands, even which direction you look, at all these things can change the meaning of the words you speak. If you are talking to someone who's with you and he is watching you and the way you're talking, he will concentrate with your body language the same as with your spoken language, the same as with what you are saying. Okay, so he will notice where you are looking for. He will notice how you are sitting. He will notice the use of your hands, your head, how you are moving. All those things will be noticed. Okay. For example, if you tell someone you would love to have lunch with them, but your arms are crossed and you're not smiling, they might think that you don't actually want to do it. Like, for example, when we say something or someone invites us or give us something, we will say that, let me say it in Arabic. ساعات نقولوا بنادم هذا عرضني ولا مدلي الحاجة هذيك من فوق قلبه. علاش قلنا من فوق قلبه؟ Because of the body language. Because of the facial expression, maybe his eyes, maybe his arms, okay? If you are nervous about speaking English incorrectly, you might show negative body language. And you might be misunderstood because of that. So the most important thing is to relax. Okay, this problem is with the use of English. When you don't have or you don't know English very good or very well, you will be misunderstood because of your body language. If you didn't, or if you did some gestures that are maybe wrong, you would be misunderstood. So you have just to relax, as we said, in order to not be misunderstood. For native speakers, most body language is intuitive. Intuitive, which means without consideration. That means you do it without thinking about or having to learn it. Not all of it. However, it is universal. That is, not all body language and gestures mean the same thing in different cultures. So you might have to do some learning here. For example, we have some gestures that when you see, they mean something. For example, in America or in England, I'll send you. I can't send it here. Who is using his phone? Who is using the phone? No one is using his phone? Yes, Majda. Can you please send the emoji of peace? Majda.
Yes.
Can you send the emoji of peace, please? You couldn't? You can use emojis in PC too. I don't know where exactly. I mean, I don't know where exactly, and I want to lose time searching. One of you لا راهم يقولوا كامل مي مي مي. سمعتوني واش قلت لهم؟ قلت لها send the emoji of peace. واحد فيكم يبعث instead of saying me. Anyways, what I wanted to tell you or to show you, حبيتكم تبعثوا غير باش هذا peace هذا peace. رضا seriously. Okay, Ayman, yes, good. Ayman sent it. Look, the emoji that Ayman sent it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ayman. Look to the emoji, okay?
Yes.
That sign or that gesture in America means peace, okay? Here, or to us as Arabic native speakers, we don't have this gesture or this sign. It's just a simple gesture, okay? But no, there in America, when you do this, it means peace, okay? Did you get me? Each culture has different gestures, different body language, okay? Different signs of body language. Sometimes you have to learn them. For example, when you are learning English, if you went to the USA and you learned in English without learning the body language and you don't know what those gestures mean. Maybe you will do something with your body which is not acceptable there. So you have to be careful when you're talking to people who are not from your culture, okay? You have to be careful of your body language, of the use of your body language, of your hand, face, and so on. Not only with people who are from different cultures, even from the same culture, even from the same country. If you are talking to someone, try not to show them, or if you want, if sometimes people do it consciously, like كاين عباد يديروها بالعاني، حاب يوريلك بلي ماهوش حاب يهضر معاك، so يبينها على وجهه. Okay? What is it? وش هي اللي what is it طاهر? Can you explain your question, please? The thing you're talking. I'm talking about body language in general. When you use your body language, I said you have to be careful so that you will not be misunderstood. You get me? Okay, most welcome. We said gestures mean the same thing in different cultures, so you might have to do some learning here. So, which means that you have to learn the other cultures or languages, body language or gestures. When you are learning a language for example, the purpose of communication or traveling, you just have to learn beside the spoken and written language, you have to learn sign language, gestures. There are some things to keep in mind when you are speaking English. There are some things you have to keep in mind. There are some things you have to keep in mind when you are speaking English. Avoid some hand gestures. Avoid hand gestures. Showing just the middle finger with the rest of the fingers folded down is considered an offensive gesture, even here. Not just used in English, which is something we. I'm sorry, time is. I said with this gesture, we took it from them, okay, from English people. It's not something in our culture, which is something bad. We didn't extract something good. We extract just something which doesn't have anything to do with the culture. In the UK, making a V sign with your index and middle finger is also considered rude in America. It's just a sign that means peace, which isn't rude at all. You see the difference? Like the emoji Ayman sent. In America, it's peace. It's something good. It's not something bad or rude. But in the UK, United Kingdom, it's something rude. Just avoid to use that sign or that gesture, okay? It's a difference in cultures. يعني even for learning English. What it means in the UK. It's something rude. I don't know its exact meaning, but don't do it. It's something rude. Like if you, I don't know how to explain this, but like if you are searching for problems or something like this. Yes, Safa, you want to say something?
Miss rude, it means impolite.
Rude.
This is the meaning.
Rude.
Yeah.
Yes, something impolite.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. Okay. I said when you're learning English, you don't have just to learn gestures. English is used in different countries, okay? Is, for example, used in the UK and in the US. It's used also in different, in other countries, but let's take the example of UK and the US. When you're learning English, just write, yes, دوك نسجل الحضور دوك شوية برك نسجل. علاش لينا حابة تخرجي؟ I said when you learn English, try to learn the body language of all the countries that are using English. Okay? Or let's say the country if you are learning English for the sake of traveling or communicating with specific person, just try to learn the body language used in that country. But if you're learning English just for the sake of learning or for communication with anyone, you have to learn the body language of all the countries that are using English as a first language, as a native language, okay? So that you will not be misunderstood. For example, now when we are learning English, Some people had an idea that in English, the sign of making a V with index and the middle finger is considered as something good, which means peace. They just know that it's peace. They don't know that it may be something rude in the UK. So they will use it there and they will be misunderstood. Okay? That's why you have to learn each country's body language for the sake of misunderstandings. Do use your hands to speak, though you can use your hands to show that you are excited or interested. Slamming a fist into an open hand show determination. Slamming an open palm or a fist into a table can show anger. Keeping your hands closed and folded on your chest, however, makes you seem cold and interested. All those signs, all those gestures using your hands have different meanings. Not always when you use your hand means that you are excited, or not always what you use your hands means that you are explaining. It depends on the gesture you are doing with your hand. You will be understood depending on the gesture you are using. Okay? Fingers can speak too. You can count on your fingers. Start with your fingers closed into a fist and count from the index finger if you are in America. And start from your thumb if you are in the most other English-speaking countries. You see? Here, he was talking about counting, when you want to count. In America, it's different from other English-speaking countries. In America, they start counting from the index. The others start counting from the thumb. You can also make an OK sign by keeping your last 3 fingers open and making an O with your index finger and thumb. There are many other finger gestures you can learn. Watch some native speakers. Okay, you will learn this body language using. Okay, yes, you will use this body language, you will learn this body language through talking to native speakers or watching videos of native speakers. When you talk to native speakers, you will automatically notice what they are doing, the gestures they are doing while speaking. Okay? For example, here, when you want to say okay, you will do it with your thumb. Okay, you just raise one finger, the thumb, but sometimes, or some English-speaking countries will do the okay with making an O. I think you are imagining the gesture, making an O with the index finger and thumb, and keeping your last 3 fingers open. Those are different examples of body language or gestures. Crossed legs can mean different things. If you cross your legs towards the person you are speaking to, this shows you are listening to them. If you cross your legs away, it can show you are not interested or are distracted. This kind of body language is not something people learn, but they might notice that something feels wrong or that you seem disinterested. Yes. Yes. Let me send you the sign, the emoji of O. Okay. We said it can show that you are interested or distracted. It's okay sign. Yes, it's okay sign. This kind of body language is not noticed. Okay, there is a kind of body language that you cannot learn. Okay, it's not something to be learned. It's something you can notice from people you are talking to. You will feel something wrong, even if you are not from that country. When you are talking to someone, let's say someone from the UK, and he will do some gestures, okay? Even though if you are not native speaker, or even though you are not from the same culture, but when he will do some gestures, sometimes you will feel that there is something wrong. You will feel that he don't want to talk to you or something like this. You will feel that there is something not okay here, okay? Or that you seem disinterested. Yes, maybe you will notice that this person is not interested by what you are saying. Aside from these tips, body language varies depending on where you are. Watch others too. Understand how their bodies speak along with their words. The next movie or TV show you watch, pay attention to body language. Notice the situation and mood of the speaker when they make certain gestures. Body language, it depends on where you are, as we said, on the culture, on the country, or the place you are using this body language. As a tip here, we said that watch others to understand how their bodies speak along with their words. The next movie or TV show you watch, pay attention to the body language. For example, if you will watch a movie today or a TV show or something like this, just try to concentrate with their body language, how they are using their hands, where they are looking to, how they are sitting, all those stuffs. Try to pay attention to them so you will learn something from their body language. Try it yourself, sit in front of a mirror and speak for a bit. Pretend you are having a conversation with your reflection, okay? You can use the conversation starters from tip number 1. What are your hands doing? What about your legs? What does your posture say? Move around and try different things and see how they change the meaning of the words you are speaking to. Okay, you can, the tips we was talking about, you can use them with your own without talking to someone else. Okay, without waiting to someone else to try with him, or to notice his body language. Just try it with yourself in the mirror. Stand stand with the mirror, talk with you, like imagine that you are talking to yourself. I think most of us do it, but you do it without any purpose or for the sake of craziness. Now you can do it for a purpose. Like when someone will see you talking to yourself at the mirror, they will not say that he's crazy. Okay, you will tell them that I'm learning body language. I'm noticing my body language. Okay. Find a comfortable way of speaking and try to relax. When you are speaking to an actual person in English, you can recall this exercise and remember what your body feels like when you are relaxed. Okay? When you are talking to, they will laugh at me. Sorry, I don't do that. No one will laugh at you. I said, when they will laugh at you, just tell them that you are practicing your body language. You are learning your body language. You are learning. You are doing. You are doing like when someone say, "I will not speak English because," or "I will not practice my English because they will laugh at me. I don't know English." No one will laugh at you, even though they laugh. The most important thing that you will learn. Okay. So if you don't want to try it because they will laugh at you, you will not learn your body language. They will laugh at me. Okay. When you do this exercise, find a comfortable way of speaking. Okay, you will find a comfortable way of speaking, and you will relax. Watching your body language, the use of your body language will make you relax. When you are speaking to an actual person, okay, so that when you are speaking to people in English, you can recall this exercise, which means you can remember this exercise and remember what your body feels like when you are relaxed. Okay, you will use the gestures that you was using when you was relaxed. Okay, just try this exercise. Okay. Tell me what you did tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll ask you if you tried this exercise, and I will see if you practice it or not. Use appropriate language. The same with body language. Body language, you have to choose the appropriate gestures to use. I shared a John file with the meeting. What you shared, Tahar? What are you doing? What's the link you shared? Okay. We said use appropriate language. The problem, regular English, so you are sure how to communicate to someone who speaks professional English or uses slang. I'm sorry. We said use appropriate language. We have a problem here. Regular English. Regular English, which means the rules and so on. Things that you learned from school. Regular English, so you are not sure how to communicate to someone who speaks professional English or uses slangs, like native speakers, okay? You are not sure if you can communicate with native speakers or not. What is the solution? Sometimes it's appropriate to switch to a more casual or a more formal manner of speaking. Manner of speaking. Depending on your English learning goal, you might already be learning professional or conversational English. Listen to how your conversation partner is speaking. Take notice of your situation and environment and try to match the type of English. If you're only learning regular English, don't worry. Most of the time, standard English works perfectly well as communication tools, no matter who you are speaking to. Try it with yourself. If you are interested in professional or conversational English, a good place to start is by reading a bit about them online. So what do we meant here is you just use casual or more formal manner of speaking. For example, learn English for the sake of working. Okay. For example, one of you, okay, learn English for the sake of working in a specific company, in your field or in your domain. So your English, your words, your language will be not that perfect, not perfect, but you will know the language you need in your field only. Okay, you can't communicate with someone in other topics or in other fields. But for the people who learned regular English or standard English, they can use it everywhere. Okay. Sometimes it's appropriate, to switch to more casual or more formal manner for speaking, which means better than doing some catastrophic problems, or better than having misunderstanding. You have to switch to a casual language. Depending on your English learning goal, you might already be learning professional or conversational English, like we are doing now. We are learning conversational English. How do we use English in conversations? Listen to how your conversation partner is speaking. Take notice of your situation and environment and try to match the type of English. Take notice of your situation. For example, here your situation is you are students, and your environment. The environment is that you are learning, even though it's an online course, but let's imagine that we are in a classroom, okay? This is the environment, and try to match the type of the English. Since we are students, the environment is at university or online or in the classroom, and we are talking about the language itself. We are not talking about your field with the use of the language, okay? We are learning the language itself. So here we are learning conversational English, maybe. But if we was talking about ICT, we will be talking about professional English, okay? or specific, ESP, we call it ESP, English for specific purposes. If you're only learning regular English, don't worry, most of the time standard English works perfectly well as a communication tool, no matter who you are speaking to. Like, there are some people who have a good English, not good English as a language, not as a not as a communication tool, but as a language they learned at class, okay, or at school. In this case, they learned regular English, but they know it. They know the rules very well. They know the grammar. They have vocabulary, but they're not familiar with the language, okay? They can use the English they know. They will not have misunderstandings, okay? Maybe their language will not be that perfect, but they will use it in the correct way. They will not fall in misunderstandings. They will not have some problems, some languages problems. Okay? Try it yourself. If you're interested in professional or conversational English, a good place to start is by reading a bit about them online. If you want to start learning professional or conversational English, you just have to learn about them online. Practice empathy. First of all, who can tell me what do we mean by empathy? Empathy.
عاطفة هكا يعني.
Sorry? عاطفة.
Yes.
Not exactly. What do we mean by practice empathy? Okay, عاطفة, but how do we practice? كيفاش نطبقوا العاطفة؟ Okay, let's read. Close the mic, please. You can't hear you. Who's talking? وما استطعتوا. Let's see. The problem, you understand the words someone is saying, but you don't understand why they said it. Or maybe you even disagree with it. Here it's a problem. You understand the words someone is saying. Okay, I understand you, but why are you telling me this? Okay? Or maybe you even disagree with him. You disagree with what the other person is saying. The solution is, imagine that you hate the cold. More respect, maybe. Imagine that you hate the cold. You mention this in conversation to someone, and they exclaim that they love cold weather. You know that you heard the words right, but it just doesn't make sense to you. What you need here is empathy. You get it? Let me explain it. For example, I'm talking to Safa. I told her that I hate cold weather. I hate winter. Okay? Safa will tell me, no, I love winter. I will be like, okay, I will not say it, but for me, it will be like, why she is saying this. I'm talking with her. I'm telling her that I hate. Yes, in a polite way. I'm telling her that I hate cold weather. Like we was talking in something, and I told her in our topic, it's something related to our topic that I hate cold weather. She will tell me that she loves cold weather. Okay, what's the point here? Why you are telling me this? Okay, but I will not tell her. I will not tell her why you are telling me this. I will have empathy, as we said, as I think Rawan said, al-atifa, and I will say, yes, okay, nice. Okay? I will not tell her that what do you mean? What's the point? Empathy is the ability to understand what someone else feels. And it's an important part of communication in any language. When you are talking to someone, you have to understand what he feels, like in order to not hurt people, okay? We're communicating to facilitate life, not to hurt each other. You get me? So just having empathy will facilitate the communication process. Showing empathy is important for listening well. You can't just listen to a person's words. You need to understand what they are saying and try to understand what they mean. For example, with the same example with the respect feelings, yes. With the same example of me and Safa, when she told me that she too, not she too, she loved, because I hate winter, but she loved winter. She loved cold weather. So I will understand. Inside me, I will think why she is saying this. Maybe she need to be understood. Maybe she needs someone to talk to. Maybe she can't share her feelings with anyone, or maybe she don't have a friend, so she's trying to like, maybe she's trying to say something like, yeah, winter is good, but summer more better. Something like this. Yes, Saif al-Islam, thank you. Or even you can just not say that, not explain. I think don't say that summer is more better. You can just say, nice. It's something different between us, since you love winter and I hate it. It's something different. We are good friends since we are different. That is a high level tip. What do you mean, Mohammed Lamin? How it's a high level tip? Yes. Okay. As I was saying, I mean, it is a little bit complicated. It's not complicated, but it's something like when you don't have empathy, the conversation will break down. Okay? The conversation will break down. You can't communicate with someone who can't understand you. Not can't understand you. You can't communicate with someone. Okay, let me tell you something. If you're talking to someone, and the same example with me and Safa. If Safa said, I love winter, I would be like, if I said, it's not my business, or if I just ignore what she is saying and keeps talking about about the topic I was talking about, this will seem rude, okay? The conversation will break down. Not accepting the opinions and ideas, no. Here, the problem is not that I don't accept her opinion, okay? I can accept her opinion, but why she is telling me? Okay, let me explain it in another way. That's exactly what you will find in the street talk. What do you mean? Can you explain more, Lemmy? You mean when you talk to someone in the street? Okay, what's next? Not everyone will give you that. Yes, not everyone will give you that respect. But also it depends. It depends on the way you are speaking, okay? If you ask someone in the streets, sometimes maybe you will have an answer, sometimes you will not have an answer. The people who don't answer you, they don't have empathy, okay? This is the point. Good, Lamin. You might not always agree with someone, or they might not always tell you exactly what they mean, but you can try to understand their point of view. Sometimes you are talking to someone, respect it, not accept it. Exactly. Even though you don't agree with someone, respect what he's talking about or what he is thinking. What I was saying is maybe their point of view is wrong. Maybe it's wrong, but accept it. It's their point of view. Try to understand what the other person's idea and why is he saying something, and not to block your mind as a stone and become rude. Exactly, Muhammad. Exactly. Okay? When you block your mind and you just ignore or don't respect or don't understand, the conversation and the communication process will be broke down. And we are talking about how to have good conversation, how to have better communication process. Okay, so just try to understand people. We said you might not always agree with someone, or they might not always tell you exactly what they mean. Maybe someone don't tell you what he means exactly, but you can try to understand their point of view. Try to understand what the other person is telling you. So your conversation will have a good result. Okay? If you don't understand each other, if you don't have empathy, you will not have a result. Okay? You will just go out with the go out from the conversation like you enter. Okay? We go in conversations to have a solution at the end. We communicate with people to have a solution at the end. مهما كانت النتيجة اللي نتحصل عليها في النهاية، بس إذا كانت conversation ولا المحادثة ناجحة حتكون عندنا نتيجة في الآخر مهما كان الموضوع. Okay? Even if the subject or the topic was gossiping, okay? When you gossip with your friend, you will have a conclusion at the end. But if the conversation breaks down, you will not have any conclusion and you will be misunderstood sometimes. Try it yourself. No, To practice empathy, ask yourself what your speaking partner feels and thinks. Look at their body language and try to understand what their words means to them. Okay? I think it's clear here. Try to understand and try to have an idea about the other person's feelings and the way of thinking, body language, all those things. Try to understand what their words means to them. Okay? Try it yourself. Role play can help you learn how someone else might feel. You can do this alone or with a partner or a group. To do the exercise, create a list of characters and a list of questions like what? Okay, it's not completed. I'm sorry for the mistake. But the idea here is to have a role play, which I think 50% will be our TD topic. We will have a role play and we will have different conversations. We will practice all those tips we was talking about today and the past session, the last session of the past week. Okay, any questions? Any questions before we call the names? Do you have any questions? Clear, good. سيف الإسلام. اللي ما سقساش دوركم بعد ما عندوش يحق يقول لي أنا ما فهمتش.
ميس بليز كان تقدري تحطي لنا الكور؟
يس دكتور نكملوا من العشية نحطه في مود.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. Yes? Any questions? We're writing something. Yes, Abdul Jalil. Abdul Jalil, do you have something to say? Or yes, Lina? Wait.
أستاذة الحصة تاع الخميس برك كان
لينا
إيه نعم
لينا نسقسيتي اللي عنده سؤال في الدرس. اوكي؟
الدرس فقط. اوكي
thank you. Close your mic please. ماشي هتشرحي بالعربية ونلخص وتر. Seriously. عبد الجليل اللي درناه انه رانا نحسنوا الكونفرسيشن المحادثه تاعنا in English. اوكي كيفاش نشرحها لك بالعربيه؟ يعني حندير عكس واش رانا حابين نوصلوا حنا. اوكي الدرس هذا فيه 8 tips اللي هما 8 tips. How we say tips in Arabic? I don't know. Like مش خطوات بصح كيما نقولوا حنايا نصائح. Something like yes. نصائح ولا هكا كيما نقولوا خدع ولا something like this. Okay? To have a good conversation. باش يكون عندك good conversation, محادثة ناجحة, successful conversation, okay? Essential tips to clear communication in English. For clear communication in English, to communicate well. باش تتواصل مع طريقة مليحة in English. Keep talking. هذا درناهم المرة اللي فاتت مانيش هنعاود نشرحهم. اليوم بدينا من ask clarifying questions, which means ask questions. سقسي أسئلة تكون واضحة اللي توضح لك الصوره تاع الهضره اللي كنت تسمع فيها. اوكي، راك تهضر معك شي واحد ما فهمتش ولا فهمت جزء من هضرته وما فهمتش الجزء الاخر، سقسيه على الجزء اللي ما فهمتوش باش تكتمل عندك الصوره. ولا ما فهمتش هضرته كامله، كي ما فهمتش هضرته كامله حنا الخطره اللي فاتت قلنا كي ما تفهمش الهضره تاعك شي واحد عاودها له، بصح كي ما تفهمش هضرته كامله ما تفهمش كامل واش كان يهضر ما تقدرش تعاود له. هنا تقدر تقصيه اسئله باش تفهم على واش كان يهضر، الموضوع اللي كان يهضر فيه وشنو اصلا. اوكي. After that, what do we have? After clarifying questions, عندنا body language. البادي language اللي هي لغة الجسد، يعني watch body language. تشوف البادي language تاع هذاك لغة الجسد تاع الشخص اللي راك تهضر معاه. كل gesture اللي هو كل gesture like gest، كل جست يديرو الشخص هذاك عنده معنى. وكل language كل لغة عندها مجموعة من الجسترز، حركات ووضعيات. كل language عندها مجموعة من الوضعيات. راح تمد معنى معين. اوكي. الوضعيات هذوك يختلفوا من ثقافة لأخرى. دوك انت كي تتعلم لغة معينة لازم تتعلم معاها الحركات اللي يجوا معاها باش كي تهضر مع شخص من هذيك اللغة ما تطيحش في سوء تفاهم. اوكي. We have body language. Next, what do we have? Use appropriate language اللي هي استعمل اللغة الصحيحة اللي ماشي ما تكونش لغة ممتازة بصح تكون صحيحة. اوكي. اللغة اللي تعلمناها احنا كيما اللغة اللي تعلمناها احنا في ليزيكول ومنا ما كيما اغلبية اللي يتعلموا لغات في المراكز ولا في الاوتسايد اغلبيتهم ما يكونش يقول لك زعما تعلمنا الانجليزيه ماشي اللي نقدروا نهضروا بها. صح الانجليزيه هذيك صحيحه ماهيش غلطه. اوكي. الانجليزيه هذيك ماهيش غلطه تقدروا تستعملوها في الكوميونيكيشن بصح ماهيش بيرفكت، ماهيش ممتازه، ماهيش اللغه اصح. اوكي. هذيك تخليك توصل المعلومه فقط زعما ما تطيحش في سوء تفاهم. هذيك تمنعك من انك تطيح في سوء تفاهم. اللي ما يعرفش بروفيشنال انجلش ولا الكونفرسيشنال انجلش اللي هي لغه المحادثات ولا البروفيشنال اللي هي الرسميه ولا العمليه الانجليزيه العمليه يستعمل الانجليزيه السهله البسيطه اللي يعرفها باش ما يطيحش في سوء تفاهم. خاطر قادر يحاول يستعمل هذا باش كي تعودوا تهضروا مع نيتيف سبيكرز باش ما تطيحوش في سوء تفاهم مع بعضكم. تقدروا تستعملوا الانجليزيه يعني تحاولوا تستعملوا البروفيشنال اند كونفرسيشنال انجلش باش تمارسوها. بصح مع نيتيف سبيكرز لازمكم تستعلموها مليح ومن بعد تستعملوها مع النيتيف سبيكرز. خاطر قادرين ولا تقدروا تستعملوها بصح تردوا بالكم من انكم تطيحوا في الميس اندرستاندينغ. النقطه الاخيره اللي هي التعاطف اللي هو كيف تفهم الطرف الاخر. كي يعود يهضر معك الطرف الاخر حاول تفهمه، ماشي غير حتى ولا قال حاجه ما عندهاش علاقه بالموضوع حاول تفهم الشخص هذاك علاش قال هذيك الحاجه باش ما تقطعوش الكونفرسيشن المحادثه ما تقطعش في النص، باش ما تبانش باللي ماكش حاب تهضر، باش ما تبانش باللي ماكش محترم الشخص الاخر. حاولوا تحترموا الاشخاص وتحترموا وجهات نظرهم. اوكي. ما كفيناش الوقت نديروا البريزونس. خلاص عبد الجليل. هذا النقاط اللي قلنا فيهم اليوم. most welcome. لينا تفضلي دركا. يا لينا ولا بطلتي مش
هو السؤال تاعي ماهوش حول الدرس يعني،
هي لا بالك
هو حول التوقيت بالك.
قولي.
هو التوقيت تاع الحصة نهار الخميس اسم المجموعة ما ساعدهاش كامل، اللي كان نقدروا نغيروا التوقيت بيوم آخر.
انتم جاوبت على هذا السؤال قبل ما نبداو، قلت لكم بلي كان ما عندكمش وقت اخر مناسب.
اسمها العشيات كيف ما
impossible. عشيات impossible. اوكي خلاص. من ثاني راح المايك تاعو، مش ما كاين حاجه حابين تقولوها؟ Do you have anything to add or to ask about? Okay, see you next time.